Hi, good day, students. Welcome to another day of meaningful discussion and interaction. My name is Ma'am Shaina, and today we will discuss the information in your Module 12 reforms in the Department of Education. And at the end of this lesson class, you should be able to explore the different reforms in the Department of Education and evaluate the reforms brought about by the K 12 program in the Philippine education. But before we begin, I want all of you to listen attentively and read the information on the screen as our lesson for today requires your full attention, okay? Alright, let us start. Trifocalization. In 1987, the Department of Education, Culture, and Sports, or DEX, was established to manage everything from elementary schools, colleges, and universities to national sports and museums. Because DEX handled everything from elementary school lesson plans to college or university standards, while simultaneously managing national sports competitions and the preservation of cultural heritage, the department became overwhelmed and the quality of education began to decline. That is why in 1991, the Congressional Commission on Education, or EDCOM, conducted a nationwide assessment, and class, guess what? It was confirmed that the system was too big for one office to handle. Therefore, DEX cannot do everything all at once. Therefore, in 1994, trifocalization was born, where college, handled by the CHED, and TechVoc, handled by TESDA, were split into their own agencies. Now we have the three specialized agencies of trifocalization in the year 1994. First, we have the DEX, or Department of Education, Culture, and Sports. This agency was tasked with overseeing basic education, which includes elementary and secondary levels. The name DEX stayed DEX. So even after CHED and TESDA were created in this year 1994, the department names or the main department kept the name DEX, but they still managed basic education from elementary to secondary. The name DEX ended in August 11, 2001, and later on class we will know why. Next is CHED, or the Commission on Higher Education. So this government agency was created via the Republic Act 7722 to manage tertiary degree programs and graduate studies. So CHED was created to give tertiary education, or the college and the graduate school, its own specialized leadership. Lastly, we have TESDA, or Technical Education and Skills Development Authority. Now, this government agency was established through Republic Act 7796 to focus on non-degree technical and vocational training. And then we have RA 9155, or the Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001. This is the birth of DepEd. The Department of Education, Culture, and Sports, or DEX, was officially renamed the Department of Education, or DepEd, on August 11, 2001. Because of that, authority over culture was transferred to the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, or NCCA, and other sports programs were moved to the Philippine Sports Commission, or PSC. You might wonder, why were they transferred? This is to allow DepEd to focus solely on the management and quality of basic education. But class, please take note that basic education technically included the early childhood or kindergarten, but at that time, it was not yet compulsory for all children. The Department of Education, or DepEd, redefined the roles of its offices from the national level down to the school level. The School-Based Management, or SBM, is the core spirit of RA 9155 because it shifted the power from the top level bureaucrats in Manila, or the head or the main office down to the school heads or the school principal. The RA 9155 provided the overall framework of school head empowerment by strengthening their leadership roles and school based management within the context of transparency and local accountability. Now, this law empowered principals or school heads to make the decisions specific to their community's needs, such as local budgeting and hiring, rather than them waiting for a general order from the central office. And by the virtue of RA 9155, the culture and sports related functions, programs, and activities previously under DEX were transferred to other relevant government agencies. We have the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, or NCCA. They handle the Komisyon ng Wikang Filipino, National Historical Institute, Record Management and Archive Office, and the National Library. We also have the sports competition, or sports competition was also transferred to the Philippine Sports Commission, or PSC, while programs for school sports and physical fitness activities still remained under the Department of Education. According to the Senate Economic Planning Office, or SECO, in 2011, the Philippines, together with Djibouti and Angola of Africa, are the three remaining countries in the world that retains the 10-year basic education system. That's actually sad previously, but this prompted the DepEd to push for the implementation of K-12 program. So, class, being one of the last three countries in the world with a 10-year system was a wake-up call. We were not just shorter on the number of years, our graduates were technically underqualified for the global stage. The following are the issues that influenced the implementation of the K-12 program highlighted by SECO in 2011. First is net elementary participation rates have declined from 90.1% in 2002 to 88% in 2010. Now fewer children of school age proceed to high school, and even smaller number pursue to college education. Access to education is unequal, with the poor having significantly lower participation rates than the rich or non-poor. Efficiency is a problem as manifested in the still high, although declining the dropout leave rates. Number 4, the results of functional literacy education and mass media survey, or FLEMS, show that out of school within ages 6 to 15 years old do not attend classes mainly due to the lack of personal interest, high cost of education, and too young to go to school. Low score in the country's national assessment test, and the result of the international tests such as Trends in International Mathematics and Science Study, or TIMSS, shows that Philippines is among the worst participating countries previously. And then we have RA 10533, or the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. Here is the breakdown of the timeline. School year 2012-2013, the Department of Education, or DepEd, began implementing the enhanced curriculum for grades 1 and 7, beginning of the phased rollout. May 15, 2013, our late President Benigno Aquino III signed the RA 10533 into law, and on June 4, 2013, the law became effective. While the law was formally signed in 2013, the DepEd began the rollout of the curriculum in 2012 to start the transition from the old 10-year system to the new 12-year system. So in the Philippine K-12 system, the program covers a total of 13 years of mandatory basic education. So 1 year in kindergarten, 6 years in elementary, grades 1 to 6, 4 years in junior high school, grades 7 to 10, and 2 years in senior high school, grade 11 to 12. And if we add them all together, 1 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2, 13 years in total. This gives students more time to master the skills. And grade 11 and 12 are not just extra school. They are specialized years where students pick a track like tech voc or academic to prepare for their specific future. The following class are the salient features of the K-12 highlighted by DepEd. Number 1, strengthening of the kindergarten in the Philippines. Number 2, making the curriculum relevant to the learners. Number 3, building proficiency. Number 4, ensuring integrated and seamless learning. And number 5, gearing up for the future. Lastly, we have nurturing the holistically developed Filipinos. Institutionalization of kindergarten. It is exclusive for children who are at least 5 years old. It is designed as the compulsory first step of the K-12 cycle. It is no longer optional, it is indeed compulsory. So it is a 10-month academic program conducted within the school year in regular public or private elementary schools, and it is established, or the foundational development is to establish the basic skills needed for formal schooling. But before the K-12 reform, the kindergarten was actually optional. So under the RA 8672 in 1990, the early education was a community-based service where the DSWD and the local government established barangay daycare centers for child protection. This was later professionalized by RA 8980 in 2001, also known as the Early Childhood Care and Development or ECCD Act of 2001, which created the ECCD Council to ensure the optimum growth and development of children through integrated health and educational programs. In the year 2011, the RA 10157 or the Kindergarten Education Act officially integrated kindergarten into the basic education system as the first stage of compulsory formal education in the Philippines. It was passed to meet the Global Education for All or EFA goals, ensuring it was no longer optional, and its primary mandate is to provide all children with equal access to a standardized curriculum that prepares children by developing their physical, social, and cognitive and creative skills. Sorry. We also have the mother tongue based multilingual education or the MTB-MLE. It was established via the DepEd Order Number 32 Series of 2012 to align with the Kindergarten Education Act. It sets the child's native language as the primary medium of instruction from kindergarten through the early grades. It creates a learner-oriented and culturally responsive environment that uses the home language to bridge the gap to formal schooling, and it supports cognitive development and respect, cultural diversity by making lessons more relatable to the children and easier for them to understand. According as well to Rutas Foundation in 2018 and DepEd Order Number 32 in 2012, using the mother tongue as the medium of instruction provides several key benefits. First, children learn better and faster in a language they can understand. They also enjoy school more and feel more at home. Pupils tend to increase self-esteem. Participation is increased by helping kids in their homework and participating in school activities. When children take advantage of their multilingualism, they also enjoy higher social economic status, including higher earnings. On average, schools perform better, reporting less repetition, and finally, children stay in school much longer. Curriculum contextualization is done by using examples, activities, songs, poems, stories, and illustrations for teaching and learning that are based on local culture, local history, and the reality. The curriculum is also made seamless using this spiral progression concept by teaching this most simple concept to a more complicated concept through grade levels, which will ensure a mastery of knowledge and skills after each level. It focuses on comprehensive mastery of skills, knowledge, and values through consistent teaching across all subjects. Senior high school adds 2 years to ensure students master core concepts and develop into lifelong learners. This extra time prepares graduates for four specific paths: college, middle level skills development, employment, or entrepreneurship. All right, so you are the living proof that this system works. So those 2 years of senior high were not just extra time, they were your buffer zone to mature and specialize. Whether you choose the academic track to be here in college today or gained tech vox skills along the way, you entered these doors as more prepared, global ready individuals than the generations before us. So you did not just finish high school, you also built a foundation of a career. So now this image displays the four main senior high school tracks under the Philippine K-12 program. These tracks allow students to specialize based on their career interest or college plans. First is the academic track. This track is for students planning to pursue higher education or college. It is divided into four strands: ABM or Accountancy, Business and Management, UMS or Humanities and Social Sciences, STEM or Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics, and GAS or the General Academic Strand for those undecided on a specific field. We also have Technical Vocational Livelihood or TVL track, focuses on job-ready skills and manual labor specialties. So students can earn national certificates, NC from TESDA, which are useful for immediate employment in fields like home economics, ICT, or industrial arts. Sports track designed for students who want to pursue careers in athletics, fitness, or sports, coaching, and officiating. And we also have the arts and design track aimed at students gifted in creative fields such as music, dance, theater, visual arts, and media arts. Okay, so dear students, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you were able to grasp the information we discussed today. If you have any questions, you may ask your teachers later. Thank you so much once again.